Divide fractions. No, don't divide. Multiply by the reciprocal of the fraction behind the division sign. So here we see the division sign. We need to multiply with the fraction that has been turned over. The denominator needs to become in the numerator, and the numerator is also switched down to the denominator. Now we're back to multiplying fractions again. So our first fraction didn't change. It was just the second one behind the division. And again, since there are plus signs and minus signs in this problem, I'm going to factor using parentheses, breaking down the first term, breaking down the last term, checking the signs. They're going to be different, and I need the result to be negative. So if I have a negative 3 and a positive 2, I think that works for me. In the denominator, again, I'm going to try and factor that. There's nothing common to all three terms, so I'll break down the first term and break down the last term. Check the signs. They're plus, and so they're both going to be the same. They're both going to be a plus. Over here in this fraction, if I factor the numerator, breaking down x squared in the front of both parentheses and breaking down 4. Now see, here's where you have to consider your choices and don't just write 2 and 2, because that won't give you a 5. We're going to use the 4 and 1. The signs are the same, and they're both plus signs. And in the denominator, again, we have three terms. There's nothing common to all three, so I'll break down the first term. And the last term, I have no choices, 1 and 3. The signs are going to be the same. What they're going to be are subtraction signs. So I'm going to have both subtraction signs. Now I'm ready to reduce. You may want to just cross out these that you've reduced so they don't get in the way of what you're trying to see is left. And now I'm going to try and find a common factor in the numerator and in the denominator. Aha, I found my first victim. X plus 2 is in both the numerator and the denominator. I spy x plus 4. And then we have an x minus 3 and an x minus 3. And I think I'm running out of factors that are the same. An x plus 1 and an x minus 1. There's no way to change those into the other operation. One is addition, one is subtraction. Those factors are not the same. So our final answer for this problem, the only thing left in the numerator is x plus 1. The only thing left in the denominator is x minus 1. And again, I'm going to use parentheses around this so I'm not tempted to cross out something that's illegal.